Welcome! This is Tina. She is on Earth. I am Sarah. I am on Earth. We played and now we painted and now we talk to you. XCOM, the board game. Ta-da! It's a wonderful cooperative game for people that are 14 years and older, who live on Earth, who have 1 hour or 2 of time to kill, and maybe find 2 to 3 more other guys or girls to play with them. It's a wonderful game. You can find the link in the iCards to the Gamers Couch, where we have special guest Bruce with us talking about this game. But now we talk about artwork for this game. My dear, what did you focus on?
This time I had the alien, one of those. I always forget how they're called.
I don't remember.
Insectoids? Whatever. This one in the background because it's such a classical looking thing for alien-based games, and especially XCOM. You always saw that. I also played the PC game, so yeah.
So did you?
I had some of the soldier silhouettes in the foreground.
So in the video game, did you name him after your friends, the soldiers? So when they died, that's what Daniel does.
I'm not that much of a sadist, really. I'm not.
Okay, good girl. He said it's a must, and I didn't believe him.
Well, I don't have that many friends. So
Daniel 1, Daniel 2. Clone him. It's fine.
Like naming them after his fingers.
Something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I went with a goofy too, but in regards to what happens if you look at this game from the alien's perspective and kind of incorporate video games, but in maybe not the usual way. This is very cryptic, I know, but you will find out in a minute what I mean, and you can gill about
I'm
her.
looking forward to that as well.
She hasn't seen it. She hasn't seen it. So yeah, enjoy and watch what we do there. And there we go! Hey. So what are you painting?
Just looks like you just switched the frames, because there's actually, you see that? There's a watercolor pencil on the left side.
Yeah.
And it has not been made sharp.
Yeah. Well, because... Oh, bless you.
Pardon me.
No problem. In space, it's cold. You get a cold. No? Yes, maybe.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
how it works. It's space germs, basically.
Nice. I like space germs. Awesome. It has to be in the book of the weird names that we come up with. I definitely have to have a book about that.
We should have more bands to name.
We cannot play in more than one band.
Oh, everyone can do that.
I cannot. I'm very dedicated and very loyal to our band. More alcohol.
Well, it's really a band with a great brand, I guess.
Yeah. And it plays really well. We have singers and drum players and guitarist and bass player and dancer
and Michael
and groupies all in one band.
Yeah,
it's
we're
Good.
interesting.
We're good. But yeah, coming back to the painting. So you went for the minis.
Again, yeah, I think that's the kind of the easiest thing for me to go for the minis, because they give you the right proportion, perspective, and also some shading. Well, shading not so much here because they aren't painted yet, but still they are just fine for doing that. And I was also just doing the silhouettes. So
yeah, no, I was just giggling because while I was going for my painting, my idea, a couple of days or weeks ago, I was actually looking at the cards for the soldiers and not the minis. Oh. And now I'm looking, you're taking the minis. So we're definitely different there. I go for the cards, the 2D first.
They
and
have,
you go 3D.
They also have the paint on them. So I guess that's why you approached it that way.
Maybe.
But I took the cards for the alien, of course, because there's no alien. But yeah, that's really an interesting an interesting thing to notice there.
Yes. And looking back or remembering all the other games that we looked at for the minis and stuff, I always went for the cards or the book first, and you went for the minis. So it seems like we are drawn to certain things for references.
Well, we have to be different in some ways.
Yeah, otherwise it would be even worse for other people to be around us.
It would be too easy for Daniel.
Yeah. He said recently that he approaches while dealing with us in a different way now. He only remembers our differences and not what we have in common. It just opens up a lot of memory in his brain, I guess. He had to have a storage unit.
Well,
and a new chip. And
that's a very German, very pragmatic approach for you guys, just so you know. I mean, he is kind of an engineer.
I'm still convinced he's a robot or a Cylon, at least partially, and that's totally cool.
He does not pass the Turing test, I'm sure of that.
Yeah. I'm with you. Definitely.
Westworld, anyone? No?
Recently, while he's been sleeping, I've been looking if there's a secret switch, like with data or anything.
Oh my gosh, don't go there!
I haven't found anything, but I'm still convinced he's part robot. And that's totally cool. I don't mind.
I mean, metal is mostly more cool than, no?
Maybe. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, interesting. You did the shading this way.
Yes, at least partial shading underneath the console, because I realized, I don't have a floor. The panels are.
Who needs floors in space? I mean, the floors also your roof, and I mean,
definitely. And I said, okay, let's put in at least somewhat of a shade there and do the rest with paint.
So it seems you're doing large parts by that pen.
Yeah, ink pen. Yeah, it just the space part. I was thinking there for a second. Okay, am I gonna get the manga ink? And it's just like, no, didn't feel like it. So I went for the ink pen and just have it solid black space.
Just today, there should be some Winsor & Newton inks be delivered to my house. I'm not sure if they arrived yet, but because my neighbors aren't here. But
yeah. You will find out when you're home.
I will find out. It's a new set of inks, so cool. I will be doing some testing with them, because we here use the Koh-i-Noor.
Yeah.
And I just want to see how they differ from that.
Yeah, I had the one black part from the Windsors. I never tried any other Newtons.
So I mean,
sorry, I had to.
nice one. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, trying that out.
You gotta let me know.
You know, I really still love ink and love doing stuff with it. I'm just not doing it that often because you got me kind of hooked on watercolors here.
I'm sorry about that.
No, you're not, and it's fine. But still. Guys, you should see her face right now. It's totally cute.
And you can.
My gosh.
But I'm watercoloring now. I'm moving away from the ink. I'm joining you in the endeavors of watercolor on XCOM.
That's
speechless.
She was just going. Oh my god, that transition was just amazing.
Well, I can be pretty creative.
How? What? Wow.
Not always, but sometimes I'm kind of creative with transitions. Sometimes. Usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, but only sometimes, you know?
So my painting is still very much at the ugly stage, and I felt with that one like it's never leaving that stage.
Apropos ugly stage, do you have the same feeling that I have when I use watercolor pencils or the ink tents?
Yes.
The ugly stage is way longer than it is with other watercolor media, like the normal watercolors.
I mean, it's probably because when you use watercolor only, you can see it flow and do its own thing, and it's already nice patterns and stuff, and you can just put blobs of watercolor on a paper, and it will always have way of a nicer look than with the pencil stuff, because it looks more like colored pencil without the water. But if you add water to it, you need the shading, the layers and stuff. So it's a lot of more work to get some
nice
feeling to it. Yes.
It's weird though. It's exactly the same supply in just different shapes.
I don't feel like that.
It's still watercolor.
But at
it's
least
just
very
dried
much
out.
different traces on the paper. It looks so much different, and I think the finished results they differ very much from the actual watercolor.
Exactly, but it's weird
just
how
that they're water solvable tool.
Well, it's actually the watercolor pencils. They're like the dried out pens, but they're pressed into a lead.
Yeah,
it's different with the Inktense and the Neocolors. Definitely, they're just water soluble. But I feel like watercolor pencils is a separate sub medium of watercolors. It's not watercolors, and it's so weird that it stays in the ugly stage way longer than those, well, quote unquote traditional watercolors.
I mean,
do.
With watercolor pencil, by default, you will have smaller surfaces covered in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
So you can approach a very different surface in that time with traditional watercolors, and can just go layer there, and you will have a result much earlier, and just have to get some more depth into it, some more details later on. But
just like layering on top of.
But here you're going with the details from step one, basically, and just try to work from that. And I mean, makes sense somehow.
I think I like watercolor pencils best on top of watercolors, or in coloring books where you have very, very tiny little things that you want to color, or when I want to have a watercolor painting but not a lot of water. But I think they shine most as pretty much the detail layer on top of quote-unquote traditional watercolor. The funny thing is, though, it's kind of different for me with Inktense. It's just the same thing as the ugly stage is so long.
But I mean, if you look at the alien thing on the left side right now, where I'm doing the veins and stuff, you have to go there from the beginning with the watercolor pencils, I feel. Yeah. Because if you start later, it just won't be the same.
Yeah, or you have to have way more layers than you already have. And I mean, there's tons of layers there already.
Tons of layers, and I had at some point the problem that the paper didn't...
it pilled, right?
It pilled really much and didn't take any more colors, so that's why it doesn't have as much contrast as I would have liked it to have. But I'm not one to go with really bright and strong colors from the beginning, so I'm layering more and more, and it's doing more use on the paper, I guess. So, well, that's what happens. But the pencils are pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I think for watercolor pencils, for your personal style, I don't actually know if there is paper like that. I will have a look, because I have to very soon order watercolor paper. But you would actually need the roughness of a cold press that is like a cardstock, but not the dense, but the smoothness of a hot press. I don't know if there is anything like that. I have to check if I find something, because that would be perfect for your way of watercolor pencil coloring. Then.
And maybe that would be kind of paper that survives my attempts to use masking fluid.
Yeah.
Because so far, if you followed our series so far, you know that I had no luck whatsoever with masking fluid. No luck at all. We're got a little tiny teaser here. So the next video that we're gonna voice over the two paintings. So this one that you're seeing right now and the one that next video, I painted them today, both in one go. And then for the next one, I used masking fluid on mixed media paper. So we're gonna come back to that in the next video. Still love you.
No, because I have some news, new inside. So we're gonna talk about that in the next video.
Fast forward.
Next video. That's 2 weeks for them. But actually, I did I put it down already? Yeah.
So far, you have really bright colors, strong lines, and I usually don't see it like that from you. It looks kind of plain compared to what you have on your usual way, and I like this.
There's more to come.
I mean,
but can you read what's on the button?
Real VR.
VR. Yeah, so my thought was the alien had downtime at the ship and wanted to play some Counter-Strike thing for and accidentally he was in the real world instead of VR, so he did shoot our satellites from the sky. I think that's how it works, right?
It looks really good. I mean, awesome.
I had to giggle so
yeah,
hard.
it's kind of a light gun, yeah. I would love to try that.
Okay, so I have to commission Daniel to build you a spaceship so that you can go up into space.
You can totally do that. I'm sure of that. I truly fully trust in his capability to build me a spaceship.
He did some woodwork earlier, so I guess we have some wood still at the house. We can build you
I hope he would build that from wood. Oh my gosh. Now we get some clouds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because on Earth there has to be some clouds.
Yeah, true.
But I was giggling so hard. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm in the real world instead of VR. I did shoot something, but still having the kind of mischievous grin on the face. So, yeah. That's XCOM for me.
So nice. Did you watch Daniel play the computer game? I mean, I know that you aren't really into the games. So.
But some games I watch him play, but I haven't. At least I don't remember.
I noticed right now that I didn't even. I'm sorry to interrupting.
No problem.
But I didn't even put something under my painting. I just get right.
Yep.
So.
Well, you wanted to paint. It was Easter Monday and you wanted to use the whole day to paint.
I was kind of hungover, maybe.
Really?
Just a little bit. So I wasn't fully in focus.
More alcohol. I had a really long concert the night before.
It was more than 2 hours, nearly 3. So yeah that's bad.
But these are our paintings. We hope you enjoyed watching along as we paint and hear us ramble about certain things. Come back the week after next for the next Painting on Draw for initiative. And thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. You can also find us on various social medias. The links are in the description box. And there's also a geek list for us on Board Game Geek, where we do update the videos and also talk to you. So have fun. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.